Jared Petty here for IGN, joined by Steve Butts. Steve, we're really excited about a Han Solo anthology movie that was announced today. Can you tell us more about it?
Yeah, well, the anthology series is sort of the standalone Star Wars movie franchise. We saw Rogue One was announced earlier. Now we've got Han Solo, so the second movie. This one is going to chronicle Han Solo's adventures before we meet him in A New Hope, when he walks up to the table in Mos Eisley and meets Luke and Obi-Wan for the first time.
Yeah, everything before that. Who knows? There's a huge body of possible material. But let's talk first about the creative team. We have Lord and Miller, the people who did the Lego movie and also the Jump Street films. And these guys are kind of known for a wonderful, snarky, bring-to-life humor. What do you think they're going to bring to this movie?
Yeah, I think you're exactly right, and I think they're perfect for the Han Solo story. That, you know, they've shown with the Lego movie that they can have heart, but they can also do menacing. They can also do humor and high action and adventure. And I think like Han Solo embodies all that. Star Wars embodies all that. It's a very pulpy sort of fairy tale, and I think the way that they approached the Lego movie, like it felt like a Star Wars movie to me in many ways.
It did. I really like that. It does embody a lot of those elements. I'm also really curious what they might do with a character like Chewbacca. Are we going to like get kind of a wonderful Groot take or something on that? I think they'll treat that kind of comic timing really well, which is so much a part of Chewie and Han's relationship through the original trilogy.
Well, let's talk about that a little bit, because we do know that the extended universe is gone. It's been jettisoned by the filmmakers, although we are seeing some of it come back in sort of shadows or echoes and some of the other material.
Yeah, Dark Disciple brings in things like 1313 and Black Sun, seeing more of that again. There's gradually bringing Legends material back into canon, but
So if we think about what we know about Han Solo based solely on the two prequels, what we know is that he and Chewbacca have a tremendous relationship. They seem like they're super fast friends and have been for a while. We know that he won the Millennium Falcon from Lando in a gambling match, and we also know that he jettisoned the spice that he owed to Jabba. So those three elements, I'm pretty sure, will make it into the film somehow. I would imagine that they would be, at least one of them will be a pillar of the movie.
I would really love to see Lando back personally. That's a character I really enjoy, and I want to know more about that relationship. But Jabba the Hutt's also really intriguing. Additionally, I'd like to see what happens. Will this include the Millennium Falcon? I mean, is it going to be a love story between Han and that ship that becomes as close to him as any human being ever has been? I want to see how that relationship is forged.
Yeah.
So that's another possibility. Now, let's talk about the writing team for a second, because this is Lawrence and John Kasdan. Lawrence Kasdan, who penned, among other things, The Empire Strikes Back, which is easily the best Star Wars movie.
Yeah, I wouldn't argue that with you at all. He also did Return of the Jedi, The Big Chill, he did Silverado, lots of great ensemble-based movies, and I think that gives us a clue as to what we'll expect here. So, given the way he approaches content, I can't imagine that we're not going to see some other important people in Han Solo's life in this movie.
And I'm looking forward to seeing, you know, Han Solo is a very quippy character. I'm looking forward to seeing Lawrence Kasdan pen lines come out of his mouth. I think that's going to work really well. Now, beyond that, what about, we talked about Legends for a second. Let's go back. What about the Corporate Sector Authority books and some of the other beloved Star Wars novels? Are any of those going to be integrated into this story, you think?
Yeah, I mean, there were the Brian Delaney trilogy, there was the Anne Crispin trilogy in the late 90s, so there is material out there that sort of details Han Solo's life before he meets Luke Skywalker, but I don't know how much of that's going to make it into the film. I think they might want to tell their own story.
Yeah, I think they probably will too. I'm excited about it, but we're also interested in what you think is going to happen and how you feel about this in general. So let us know in the comments below. And Steve, if they want to know any more about Han Solo, Star Wars, Wookiees, Lawrence Kasdan, or anything else related to a galaxy far, far away, where do you recommend these folks turn?
Well, they're already there. IGN.